Right, so today we are going to look at activity 3.1, okay, the lab report, okay, for experiment 3.1 from textbook. Okay, so aim for this experiment, okay, to test for the presence of starch, glucose, protein, and fat. Okay, so materials and apparatus you can read from your textbook. Okay, so there are 4 parts for this experiment. So part A, B, C, and D. Okay, now look at the part A. Okay, iodine test for starch. Okay, so look at the instruction. Okay, you need to pour 2 ml of starch suspension into a test tube. Okay, and then add 2 drops of iodine solution into the test tube. Okay, and then record the observations. Okay, for part B, okay, Benedict's test for glucose. Okay, so the instruction. Okay, pour 2 ml of glucose solution into a test tube. Okay, and then add 2 ml of Benedict solution into the test tube and shake it to mix the solutions. Okay, and then heat the test tubes in a water bath, okay, for 5 minutes. Okay, and then record the observation. Okay, for part C, Millen's test for protein. Okay, so the instruction, okay, pour 5 ml of albumin suspension into a test tube. Okay, albumin is actually the egg white of eggs. Okay, and then add 2 to 3 drops of Millen's region into the test tube. Okay, refer this figure. Okay, then shake the test tube to mix the solutions. Okay, and then heat the test tube in a water bath for 5 minutes. Okay, and then record the observation. Alright, for part D, alcohol emulsion test for fat. Okay, so pour 3 ml of ethanol into a test tube. Okay, and then add 2 to 3 drops of cooking oil into the test tube. Okay, then close the test tube with a stopper. Okay, shake the test tube slowly and leave it in a test tube rack for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, place 4 to 5 drops of the mixture from the test tube into another test tube. Okay, and then fill with 20 ml of distilled water. Okay, and then close the test tube with a stopper and shake slowly. Okay, leave the test tube in the test tube rack for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, and then record the observations. Okay, for observation, okay, you have to draw this table. Okay, so you write activity A, B, C, D, and you write the observation. Okay, and then you have to answer questions 1, 2, 3 as discussion. Okay, so here we have a sample of a lab report. Okay, so you write date and day today. Okay, title. Okay, you can refer textbook. Okay, aim. Okay, you refer your textbook. Okay, materials, apparatus. Okay, you copy from textbook. Okay, here example of the steps or procedure in your lab report. So you write part A. Okay, and then the first, okay, you must write number 1. Okay, what is the steps? Okay, so example here, okay, 1.2 cubic centimeter of starch solution is poured into a test tube. Okay, so this statement like report, so past tense. Alright, so this example for part B. Okay, you can refer your textbook. Okay, so this one for part C and part D steps. Okay, you can refer your textbook also. Okay, so this example of another table that you can draw to write your observation or the result. Okay, so we have the example of observation. Okay, so for iodine test, Benedict test, Millen's and emulsion test for fat. Okay, so this observation and the inference. Okay, and this is a observation for spot test for fats. Okay, for discussion, okay, you can copy from the questions from your textbook. Okay, and this is a conclusion. Okay, why we have 4 conclusions here? Okay, because we have 4 activity in this experiment. So this is how you write the conclusion for this lab report. So now I want you to write a lab report for this experiment. Okay, you can refer observation and inference and also discussion and conclusion from this video slide. Okay.